We are a Google search away. It's Zimbopreneur. And today we are continuing with our maths ordinary level course. We are looking at matrices. Now, the best way to understand matrices is to look the next time when you get into church, into your local church, look at how people are seated. You would discover that people will be seated in rows and columns. Not only on your church, or maybe in a meeting like the one on this video. You can see that we have 8 people on the table there, all of them looking at the little girl. 8 people on that table are seated in rows and columns. You will see that we have 4 rows and 4 columns. Now, how do you know which one is the row and how do you know which one is a column? I have a matrix there, matrix A, which is minus 1, 5, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So every time you will start with the rows highlighted by the green. Those are the rows, meaning that we have 3 rows. 1, 5, 2, 3, and 1, 2. That's 3 rows. Then, as we move up or down, we have 2 columns. So this is how you read a matrix, row by column, row by column. So this is a 3 by 2 matrix. This is how we name this matrix, a 3 by 2. So basically, that's how we name a matrix, and that's how the gameplay of row by column works. So we are going to look at another example on naming matrices. A typical example. Given that P minus 3, 2, 0, minus 5 and Q 2, 6, 1, minus 4, find P plus 2Q. So this is addition of matrices, and the item 2 is calculate the value of X and Y. Given that P is X, 2 is equal to 7 is equal to 2Y. So I'm going to rewrite the question. And the question 1 is saying P is the matrix minus 3, 2, 0, and minus 5. And you can see that's a 2 by 2 if you look at row by column. That's a 2 by 2. And then we have Q. Q there is 2, 6, 1, minus 4. And again, that's a 2 by 2. So we can add these 2 matrices or subtract them because they are the same. But the question now is P plus 2Q. The first thing that we need to do is to find 2Q. And how do we find 2Q? We are multiplying 2 times the matrix Q, which is 2, 6, 1, minus 4. And we call this a scalar multiplication. Scalar multiplication is whereby you are multiplying a number with the matrix. In this case, we are multiplying 2 with the matrix Q. So that's scalar multiplication. That's where 2 is multiplying everything inside that matrix. So 2Q will be equal to 2 times 2, which is 4. 2 times 6, which is 12. 2 times 1, which is 2. I think I'm moving a bit faster there. And then 2 times minus 4. We are multiplying everything by the scalar. So that's scalar multiplication. So 2Q After calculating, we get the matrix 4, 12, and minus 8. So that's 2q. Now, the question is p plus 2q. Now we have 2q. So it's a matter of substituting our answer there. 4, 12, 2 minus 8 on 2q. And then we add p plus this 2q that we have calculated. Now, this is addition of matrices, and it's a 2 by 2 and a 2 by 2, so we just add corresponding figures there. Minus 3 plus 4, that's 1, 14, 2 minus 3, when you add those two matrices. So this question is a typical exam question because it tests the knowledge of scalar multiplication on matrices and also tests the knowledge of addition of matrices. Now we move on to item 2, where there is a form of an equation. And somehow there's multiplication of matrices. Now, when you multiply matrices, there is a way that we do it, which is different to the scalar multiplication. There's a procedure which I'm going to be showing you on this video, and you need to listen carefully because it's a procedure. And that's where row by column plays. Remember, how we name a matrix is row by column, row by column, row by column. So when you multiply, first of all, you need to name the two matrices, row by column and a row by column, so that you know how the final answer looks like. So on this question we have a 1 by 2 and a 2 by 1. So our answer will be a 1 by 1. On the next question we have a 1 by 3 and a 3 by 1. So we delete those in between, so our answer will be a 1 by 1. We haven't started multiplying. I'm just showing you how the final answer will look like. There we have a 1 by 1. There our answer is a 1 by 1. Now, this is how you know what the final answer looks like when you're multiplying a matrix. But now we want to do a real question whereby we'll be multiplying. We have 5182 times minus 2 and 3. The first matrix is a 2 by 2, 2 rows, 2 columns. And the second matrix is a 2 by 1, 2 rows and 1 column as you go down. So our final answer will be a 2 by 1. Right? Now, let's see how we work out the final answer, which is a 2 by 1. So we are multiplying the first row and the column on the next matrix, and we get A. We add them and we get A. The second row and the first column on the second matrix, and we get B. So how do we do it? 5 times minus 2 plus 3 times 1. We get A, and if you calculate this using your calculator or mentally, because it's a small number, we get minus 7. And then we move on down. That's 8 times minus 2 plus 2 times 3, which is 6, and you get minus 10. Moving too fast, you can slow down the video. So that's matrices for you.